of all of you who've joined in. Thank you so much. So, of course, this is now our new way of communicating, which isn't so very new anymore for some of us. Now, this is lecture 2 of 5. There are extensive notes which you can download from the Avpals website, so you don't need to write anything down except the website address for Avpals, which is on your screen right now. If you don't want to write that down, then you can simply type in Avalon Computer Pals into your search engine and navigate to revisit a seminar, and then you'll find 5 ways technology can help you get smarter in the course notes. I've made it much easier in the course notes because I've highlighted in yellow the important bits in the notes so that you don't have to trawl through every word to get the names of all the apps we're going to talk about. And I've also highlighted in green which apps and programs are free. And in the final section about online learning courses, all of those that I've chosen are provided by Northern Beaches Council Library Service, and they're all completely free of charge. It's a fabulous resource. So I've also added clickable links because I thought that you can just follow them from the notes. So then all you need to do is add your library card number and your password. And if you don't know what your password is, then your library card password is your day and month of birth. So for example, if you were born on the 6th of February, your password will be 0602. And of course, you can always re-watch this video lecture later in the week, should you wish to catch up on something I've said that you missed. So in this lecture series, oh no, it's not working. Excuse me a second. Don't know why, but I just got to, this happened last time. Just stop sharing and start again. Will it work now? No. Sorry, Jim, this jammed up last time too. Go back. Yes, no. Escape, no. Oh dear. Sorry, Jim. I've just got to try and do something with this. There we are. Now I'll try again. All right. Start that again. All right, here we go. Now, I've got to share that. Just got to, all right, share screen, share that, and share. You can sometimes get a bit too efficient at these things, can't you? So Jim, can you see that okay now? Sorry, Jim, I'm a bit lost here.
Yes, I can see it clearly. Sorry.
Excellent, thank you. No, that's okay, no problem. All right, so the first lecture was called Get Smart, and it was about apps and programs that can help keep you in shape and informed, and you can check the Avpals website for notes and videos if you're interested. The third lecture will be on the 26th of May, and it will be all about ways that you can make your smartphone work smarter for you. And you can do everything from ordering your dinner to using the GPS. The fourth one will be about will be called Get Social, and it'll be held on the 7th of July, and I'll explain the social side of the online world. It's about social media, cooperative games, and adding your voice to the likes of Twitter. Now, I'm really looking to forward to lecture 5 because it's going to be called Get Out. And because it will, of course, be when we hopefully can leave home freely again, I will endeavour to show you ways to arrange your life so that you can get out and about without a car should you need to, and of course many other services. But this lecture that we're working on today is called Get Smarter because it's focused on highlighting the brain health and intellectual stimulation. So we'll discuss a lot of resources that you can use to sharpen your response time and point you to training courses that you can do online, as well as lots more. So let's have a look at what we're going to talk about today. It's about the apps and seniors around the world are using to learn, play, and inform themselves. So first of all, we'll talk about brain training apps. These are very popular, and we found the best ones for our age group. The second one will be word games, which are hugely popular, and we've picked 5 of the very best ones for you. And number 3 is informative videos about lectures, about online lectures online, and we've sourced what we hope will be some of interest for you. Number 4 is cognitive functions. They're very important to us, and we can all benefit from doing number puzzles and games. So the very best of the 5 for the over 55s are coming up. And finally, there are a number of places that you can learn new skills, and often for free. So you'll see which we found for you, and on that score. And as I said before, the hint is that it's all on the Northern Beaches Library Service free training resources. They're absolutely fabulous. I've used them myself. By the end of this session, there'll be no need to watch mindless TV, or get bored, even during lockdown. So embracing new technologies and habits can change your life. So without further ado, let's get smarter. So if you don't like the way your brain is slowing down, technology can help you to keep it in tip-top shape. Brain training apps have been carefully put together to help sharpen our minds, quicken our response times, and improve our memory. The most highly regarded and popular on the market are the following. I always use Brain HQ first because I have a personal connection to it. It'll help you focus your mind on concentration, eye response, and other brain functions. This app was developed by neuroscientists who are constantly updating and monitoring its effectiveness. The next one is one called CogniFit. If you get evaluations for 23 of your cognitive skills with personalized brain games. Real-time monitoring tracks your evolution and compares the results to others in your age group. It's a very, very good one, very highly regarded. The third one I've picked is one of the world's most downloaded brain training apps with more than 100 million members. Lumosity offers 5-minute brain workouts, all based on neuroscientific research. They're the sorts of things you can do when you're waiting at the doctor's or on a bus or you know, that's why it's so very, very popular. And it's not just made for seniors. This one, it's also made for anyone who wants to sharpen up their brain. Number 4 is if you're looking for a free app, you can try Elevate. It doesn't do everything the paid ones do, but it does challenge you to expand your vocabulary, increase your awareness of grammar, and grow your reading comprehension. And number 5, if you're just interested in improving your memory and nothing else, then there's one called Eidetic. It's free, and it uses a technique called spaced repetition to help you memorize important phone numbers, interesting words and facts. So brain and memory apps really honestly do extend what we consider normal activities as we age. My best friend does brain training every single day, and she has not only improved her memory, but she was about to lose her driver's license due to poor eyesight. But now her peripheral vision, as well as her response times, have improved, and she can thankfully still drive. And I think that that's a wonderful outcome. It really is worth doing brain training if you feel like you're slipping a little. So moving on to language skills, words and language skills. If these are very important to you, then consider the following 5 to keep up with what you already know and learn some new ones and have some fun along the way. So you've probably, if you log on to Words with Friends, you'll probably find someone that you know playing Words with Friends. It's one of the most popular Scrabble type games in the online world. And if you did try it before and you got bored with it, go back and try the redesigned version, which is called Friends 2. It allows you to play as a fictional character and has a whole lot of other features. So if crosswords are your game of choice, then Word Spaces is a crossword style game combined with a word search element, which is why I picked it. It's really great for some quick brain stretching, particularly if you want to improve your vocabulary. This game I thought was a lot of fun. It's called Black Bar, and it's a guess the word game with an underlying story. It's a lot of fun if you're story oriented, which I am. You read through a story told in a dystopian future where censorship is blotting out key words. Maybe it's not that dystopian. You get to guess at the words that have been blotted out. The fourth one I've got for you is Anagrams meets Word Search meets Crosswords. It's a game called Type Shift, and it introduces multiple columns of letters, and you have to shift them around in order to spell words out in the center. It's perfect for a long way to the doctor's surgery, or when you're on one of those phone calls which is very important to everyone, but they don't want to get back to you. You know the ones I mean. So if you really want to put yourself under pressure, then have a go at 4 letters. It's a timed word search game, which starts with 4 letters and leaves you to make as big a word as possible, as quickly as possible. And as an aside, did you hear about the truckload loaded with 1,000 copies of Roget's Thesaurus? It crashed as it left the publishing house last Thursday. And according to the news, witnesses were left stunned, startled, aghast, taken aback, confused, rattled, dazed, bewildered, mixed up, surprised, and flabbergasted. So if you're the sort of person who likes intellectual ideas, creative stimulation, or an engaging talk without leaving home, try some of these to see how they fit. You've probably heard of TED Talks and maybe even watched some of them on YouTube. Well, if you download the app, you'll get a tool for browsing, downloading, and viewing much acclaimed short videos that feature thought leaders expounding on topics like technology, entertainment, design, and thousands of other disciplines. All of them delivered in bite-sized segments of 18 minutes or less. But if you'd like your say on global issues without going on Twitter, then try The Big Think. It's a website where you can watch videos. Actually, it's called Big Think Edge. You just can't see the edge bit. They give you a chance to have your say, as well as you watching what interesting things they have to say. Now, you may have heard of The Moth on ABC Radio. If not, it's usually fun, and it promotes the art and craft of storytelling through live events. You can even tell your own story or just listen to past events. It's really worth checking out. I remember hearing quite a few of them on the ABC over the years, and there's some fun things on there. If you like your information informal, then this is the way to go. Idea City has a parade of visionary entrepreneurs, leaders, social activists, scientists, journalists, and lots more, leaving you more informed than when you started, but in a less formal way. And finally, I picked this one because some people may be interested in it. It's called the Veritas Forum, and it's a place where people ask life's hard questions. With a commitment to courageous discourse, they invite participants from all backgrounds to pursue Christian truth together. And now for a trick question. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? Gotcha. That was my evil laugh, by the way. So my research revealed these little gems for keeping your arithmetic and other numeric skills up to your own standards or beyond if you're interested. First in line is King of Math. And it's a fast-paced mathematics program with lots of diverse problems in different areas of the mathematical spectrum. The app was the highest rated app my research revealed. However, I have to say that I can't vouch for it personally, as I am not good at maths. Then there's the app called 2vars. It builds on a maths equation with 2 missing variables. It's a game that's apparently easy to understand, but difficult to master. So if you need a challenge or you have some spare time and you want to spend learning more about maths, then 2vars may well be your answer. Number 3 is, of course, Threes. It combines beautiful design, appealing colors, adorable characters, simple gameplay, and addictiveness into one exploding mix that gets you spending happy times chasing a better score. If you like your maths arty, try Threes. I think out of all of them, I would try that one simply because of the artiness of it. An app called Quento will give you board games consisting of 5 numbers and 4 things called operators. You can start with a number, swipe to an operator, and then back to another number to get a total and earn a star. Does that sound like fun to you? If it does, go for it. Quento. And finally, of course, I couldn't mention number games without talking about Sudoku. There are, of course, heaps and heaps of Sudoku apps and games available, but Simply Sudoku is the one that I selected because it's special. And why? Well, it's because of the way the game is designed and played. Both the typography and animations are really beautiful, adding a layer of joy that you might have lost after years and years of playing Sudoku in other ways. So I hope you enjoy that. So I looked up some jokes about maths and I came up with a couple that even I could understand. The first one is, there are 3 kinds of people in this world: those who can count and those who can't. Even I got that one. And how do you make a 7 an even number? Remove the S. That's my kind of maths joke. Now we're getting to the free section. I decided to find 5 ways that will allow you to learn stuff without having to outlay any money. So say you wanted to learn about digital photography or learn a new language or even brush up on your English skills. Did you know that our Northern Beaches Library service covers all of those and much more? Now, I've included links to these on the resources, as I mentioned at the beginning. So all you need to do is click on the links when you download the notes pages to make it easier to find. So here are some new skills that you can learn for free, or how to access them. The lynda.com app will allow you to do free courses on lots and lots of topics. Lynda.com has been around for a very long time, and now we can get it free through our library. I'm in the process of improving my skills at Photoshop through lynda.com at the moment, so I really can vouch for the quality of the courses on there, and it's a very excellent learning platform with lots of courses, as I mentioned, and thank you, Northern Beaches Library Service, for that wonderful resource. Number 2 is called the Computer School, and it includes thousands of lessons and tutorials covering a multitude of topics, including computer training and basics, internet safety and security, and training on tablets and mobile devices and apps. Oh dear, I think I've done myself out of a job. Well, maybe Northern Beaches Council has. Well, anyway, it's there for you day and night, whereas I'm afraid I can't be. So Transparent Language Online has over 80 languages that you can learn, as well as 12 English courses. You can use Transparent Language Online on your PC, on your mobile device, or on your tablet. so that next time maybe you can greet me with a hola. Then we've got GCF Learning. Now, that's always been free on the internet, but now you can access it even more easily through the library. It allows you to access over 90 online tutorials to teach you the basics of computer skills and how to use email and Microsoft Office and how to improve your reading and maths. I remember when GCF first started, I think it was back in the early mid-2000s, and I did quite a few courses on learning how to use many of the programs and things that I've since learned how to use on GCF Learning. And just a quick aside, GCF Learning was set up by a Mexican woman who came from a huge family and wasn't very well educated. And finally, she got a grant. She was very clever, so she got a you know, when you go to university, I can't remember what it's called, and she was able to go to university, and she wanted others to be able to do the things that she could do. So she set up this free thing. She made a lot of money and set up this free learning platform, and seriously, millions of people have used it to get themselves out of poverty, thanks to that one visionary Mexican lady. Finally, using New South Wales AIMS Online, you can get 3 general English courses that are aligned to certificates 1, 2, and 3 in spoken and written English, if that's something that's important to you. So this is the end of this presentation. So I just thought I'd put in this little funny that I found. Day 10 of quarantine. I am learning to write in Mandarin. I did like that, made me laugh a lot. Don't forget, if you want to see this presentation again, go and get the notes, go to the Avpals website and download all the information that I've just given you. And if you've got any questions, then you can put up your hand, just like in school, or you can put up your digital hand. And once I've unmuted you, or should I say, once Jim has unmuted you, then we'll have a chat and also talk about the next presentation. So I shall stop sharing my screen now and get back to the real thing, which is the people. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Saskia. That was really interesting. And I saw a hand go up.
Yes, Mary.
Right down. Mary.
Yeah. Thank you, Saskia. Some of those are really great. I haven't heard of them, so I'm going to download some of those. But
excellent.
Just querying, please, on the section where you had about inquiring mind, can you cast those sessions onto your TV, please?
Absolutely. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep.
Anything that you can put on your tablet or smartphone and that plays a video like presentation, you can cast to your
TV.
Thank
you.
But TED Talks is actually an app which you can get for your TV.
More questions. There must be some questions. I might just...
Mary. Excellent.
Yes, you didn't mention any of the jigsaw puzzle apps, or are they coming in a future session, please?
Yes, they are, because I wanted to focus on brain training on this one, and jigsaw puzzles are more of, while they can help you in that regard, I think they're more a fun activity than a learning activity. Although I suppose they probably are. I hadn't. They didn't come up as one of the main things for brain training, but in actual fact, in the Brain HQ, which I have been part of for a little while, they do have put things together type activities on the brain training as part of the brain training thing, but it's a very scientific system that you're basically competing against yourself with Brain HQ.
Yes. All right, thank you.
Okay. Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Saskia. That was fabulous once again. Thank you very much. I just wanted to add that I've recently, someone who reads the Sydney Morning Herald, I've recently downloaded the app for that, and I'm addicted to the cryptic crosswords. I mean, I have to do.
Oh, fabulous!
So, if anybody else does that, there's the Sudoku as well, and the quick crossword, and all the targets and things. But cryptic crosswords are my things.
Me too. Me too. I love them. I used to do them in the Manly Daily all the time, but
yeah.
Oh well.
It's something else that people may have already and don't think to do.
Yes.
It's a very good way of wasting the day. But
Oh, absolutely. No, I know. You just got to keep coming back to it. That's all.
yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. Anyway, just a little point there. Okay.
Thank you.
Great, Saskia. Thank you.
That's okay. Hi, Jane.
I have to tell you, thank you very much. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Great job. I'd like to become a member to the library because
Yes, absolutely.
I have to learn more English. I'd like to compare which I have done. And how can I go online to the library and put my the date of birth?
Jim knows. He did a session on that, so he'll be able to tell you better than I can.
You have to go to the library website, and there's a link there. Have you joined the library?
Not yet.
No. Well, there's a link there which allows you to join the library. Which I will see if I can get quickly. While I look for that, are there any other questions?
Chris, do you want to just unmute yourself, Chris?
I thought Jim was doing it.
Okay. That's all right.
I didn't want to interfere.
He's looking something up.
Just a comment to Eleni that if you do want to do some more sort of comprehensive English language training, although your English is fabulous, I know.
No, it's not. I need more.
We can all get better in foreign languages, I know.
Absolutely.
The last one that Saskia mentioned, the New South Wales AMES website is probably good for you, because it will be at different levels. You could start not at the beginning, at the middle, I'd say. I'm an English language teacher, so it's something quite consistent that you could sort of follow through and just work on your own.
I will. I'm very happy about this. Very happy. Thank you so much.
And we'll soon be back to having our coffees together in English.
Yes, we will.
All right, Elaine, I can very quickly show you where to join the library. I'm just going to share the library website. And if you find, you'll see there northernbeaches.nsw.gov.library. And if we go to your library,
Wow.
and come down, you see joining the library.
Yes.
And right in the middle of that page, it says you can join the library online. And if you just click through that and answer the questions, you'll be able to join.
I'll do this. Thank you so much for this helping. Thank you. Good.
And
Very nice.
I'll stop the share.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions?
Any more questions or comments?
Jan has a question.
Jan.
I have had some trouble downloading some apps because my phone and my iPad will not update to iOS 10. Are most of these things, is it critical to have iOS 10 or more?
Some of them are okay. Some apps still work on iOS 9. Other apps will only work on iOS 10 or later, and there's no way around that apart from buying a new iPad or a new.
I'm hoping to inherit a fairly new phone fairly soon.
Inherit, I like that.
Fingers crossed.
Well, my son says he needs to get another one in a month or so. So trying to be patient.
An upward inheritance.
Yes.
Rosemary, did you want to
Thank you.
ask the question?
Thank you very much. Actually, I wanted to come back to Chris and just ask her again what type of jigsaw puzzles she does. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch it.
Crossword puzzles.
Crossword puzzles, were they?
Yes.
Oh.
She does them. Sorry, carry on, Chris.
Oh no, I was just going to just repeat. The Sydney Morning Herald has a what they call a quick crossword and a cryptic crossword.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't be bothered with quick ones.
Me neither.
Right,
No, Saskia
okay.
can't either, but cryptic ones really do make your mind work. Although it is worth knowing with the Sydney Morning Herald ones that you don't start with the Friday one, because the Friday is the David Astle one, which is absolutely diabolical.
Yes, yes, I've seen
People that write crossword puzzle books can't do that one, and if you try and work it backwards from the answers, it's equally impossible. But if you start with Monday,
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Thank you. I'm very much a novice at cryptics, and I've noticed Astle.
Did you mean
It's horror? It's
puzzles?
horror. But thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Looks like we might have dealt with all the questions. And Saskia, do you want to do a quick summary of next week's activities?
No, I don't actually have next week's activity to me. But I just wanted to remind, because we forgot them the first week. I thought, we mustn't forget them again. So do you have something, do you have the list there? I can look it up, but...
I
Hang on a minute.
I thought you were going to do it. And
No.
that's all right. I know what's happening. So next week we have a lecture from Lee Haynes on genealogy. And Lee has spoken a number of times at
that's right.
our sessions down at Newport, and I'm sure his session on genealogy will be really interesting. He's going to look at it from the point of view of genealogy for people in Australia, as opposed to rushing off and using the international tools. He's going to look at the Australian options. So I think that should be really interesting. And if you haven't already registered, by now you're very familiar with how to do it, and Peter will be happy to take the bookings.
And when he gave that lecture live, I was doing the bookings because Peter was away, and there were so many people who wanted to get into that lecture that we had to ended up turning away a few people because it was going to be too many in a hall. So if you are thinking about getting onto that one, get onto it very soon and book yourself in.
Okay.
And Rosemary, haha, that was... Oh, you're still muted, Rosemary. Okay, sorry. Jim, can you unmute Rosemary?
No, she's not unmuting. Rosemary, you can probably do it your end.
Is that better? Okay.
That's better.
Thank you. Just going right back to the beginning of your presentation, Saskia, you were giving the dates of your presentations. And I noticed that it went from the 26th of May into July.
Yes.
Oh, really? So there's nothing from you in the month of June, is that correct?
I believe not. I didn't work out the schedule. I was...
okay. I just wondered.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Okay, thank you. I wondered if, so we've got 3 more then in May.
Yes.
Okay.
And there will be sessions.
One every Tuesday.
It's just not,
it's not mine.
Just not doing them. We've got some other people coming in to do presentations.
Yes,
so
thank you.
Something every Tuesday. If you keep your eye on the Avpals website, you'll see what the upcoming presentations are.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, I think at this point, I'll thank Saskia for what was a really interesting presentation.
Thank you.
And we'll say goodbye to you all, and we'll hope to see you in a few more weeks, or maybe even next week.
Mary, you're getting so good at this, giving me an online clap. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all, and we'll catch up with you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.